working so hard to bring these not only back. We did these in the one color metal in the past, in the white. Never before in this flawless yellow and flawless rose gold look. First time. And here's the best part. The 1 inch is $14.95. The 1.5 inch is only $17.95. And then the 2 inch is $19.95. And we have flex pay. Do we have flex pay on all? Oh my goodness. So we're like, probably to get the 1 inch home, it's gotta be under $5, your first monthly payment. $4.98. Oh my goodness. And with the extra flex with your HSN charge card, it would be $3 and change. Oh, I love HSN, nowhere else in the world. And as gifts, you wanna keep that, you know, again, that under $20 budget, it's hard to do. It really, really is. Especially in beautiful jewelry that looks like, and I'm wearing these in the 2 inch, in the white metal. In fact, already hundreds of these were pre-selected just from previewing. I want to tell you, if you want the 1.5 inch in the white, I have now fewer than 20 pair remaining. Every time we bring these in, it's our #1 hoop in the white with the inside-outside design that we've done in the past. But today, it's the first time we're able to have all the same properties as stainless, but now in that gorgeous gold and in this beautiful rose gold color. I mean, they have just perfected. You could put an 18 karat rose gold or white or yellow gold right next to these earrings and you'd never be able to tell the difference. When I say quintessential most important style, if you have pierced ears, to have incorporated into your wardrobe that you will reach for, I promise you, every single day, it's an inside-outside diamond look earring. And if you can do it in stainless, knowing that it's worry-free, that you're gonna have no issues if you fall asleep, these are all hypoallergenic on the post. It's stainless. I mean, if these were diamonds, and how can you tell the difference? How would you know? If these were genuine diamonds, I can't even imagine, in white gold, rose gold, or yellow gold to choose from, but nobody would be able to tell. I'm looking at Kate. I could even go over to the girls. In fact, I'm gonna do that, because I think we all have. I'm not sure what Val's wearing, what color? Silver. You have the white, oh, you have the white. Okay, the ones that Val is wearing right now, that's the 1.5, or no. Yes, you have the 1.5. I have on the 2 inch. They're almost gone. But I also want to really zoom in, because I saw Kate's wearing this cinnamon sweater dress, right? So pretty. Well, with the red hair, look at the rose gold next to her skin tone. And we accessorized it. We have some other rose stainless pieces. Is that beautiful? I gotta tell you, I have a ton of inside-outside crystal earrings from many of our fashion jewelry collections, are my favorites. My Joan Boyce, I wear them every single day. I've never seen them in the stainless in these color choices, and that's why we worked so hard to make this happen for the very first time. So this is the launch in our stainless. Even in our big stainless steel designer collections, like Emma Sky and some of our other high-end designs, we don't have the rose gold. So that is a first for us today, and to be able to keep it under $100, I'm not surprised over 500 folks now trying to jump in on these. How are we doing with the white? 8 left, okay. Just sold out, all righty. White, oh, there's no wait list? Oh, okay. Well, most of our jewelry does have it, but this one, unfortunately, doesn't. Okay, so size-wise, let me get a close-up here so you can see which, you know, how they differ, or if you have your ears pierced a couple times, maybe you wanna wear, you know, the 1.5 inch and then get the 1 inch, and then you could layer them together. It would look fantastic. But in terms of size, so we have the #1, there's the 1 inch in the diameter. This is gonna be the 1.5 inch in diameter, and this is the 2 inch. You're just choosing the yellow, the rose, or the white. It also is gonna have your pierced and joint catch in the back, which I love. So what's nice about that, let me open this up, is that you don't have to worry about backings, or in my case, losing the backings, or not being able to, you know, difficult to hold the back because they're so tiny in many cases. I want you to see how this is also constructed at these price points. These are all individually. They're inset into the metal, the crystals. What does that mean? They're not gonna catch on your hair. You're gonna see that brilliance and fire from every angle, because in the whole clue, the big little secret is the fact that you have the inside that also has the crystals. It's so much more difficult, it's so much more expensive to do, but it is ultimate of fire and reflection, however the light hits it. You'll notice you have your camel backing on the post there. It's gonna keep the hoop steady from moving back and forth. Just well made, well constructed. First time in the yellow. Here it is next to it, the rose. And then there's all three of them in that rose gold, really soft and feminine and pretty. Okay, super busy. Thank you for your calls. Last call in white, it looks like, in all the white sizes. Yeah, in the 1, 1.5, and the 2 inch. Okay, well, 1.5 did sell out, but the 2 inch now, they're all going very quickly. All righty, well.